and I'd like to welcome to the show today Cantonitha Horn. Hi, Cantonitha.
Hi.
Hi. Thanks for returning to the show.
Oh, glad to be here. I hear that you might not be around for long, or has that changed?
No, well, right now what's going on is we're hoping for an appeal on the decision, but it looks like the CRTC has made the decision that the 12th of February is when we're supposed to lose our license. So they've given us a date. So on the 13th of February, nobody knows what's going to happen. There was a big meeting on Monday talking about the CRTC decision that affects CKLN. That's where the confusion lies, because what's going to happen on February 13th, nobody knows with 88.1. Check out MohawkNationNews.com. And Cantonitha Horn, I really hope that this isn't the last time that you're on Word of Mouth Wednesday. I hope this show can continue. But with what's gone on with the CRTC, I really don't know. But I just wanted to thank you again because your reports on MohawkNationNews.com have been some of our most used and best resources. And you actually introduced me, or your words introduced me to like names like Kevin Annett and Russell Means and Splitting the Sky, all people we've had on the show. Toki Tote we actually had on a few weeks ago, and I just wanted to mention, even the very first interview I ever did on Word of Mouth Wednesday was based on a Mohawk Nation News article, and that was when I interviewed Bob Lovelace about the Charlotte Lake situation. And when I followed that was in 2007, and then when I kept following it on Mohawk Nation News, I basically, from that whole experience, I'm skeptical of everything now, and that's why.
I hope you are.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'd like to thank you, for waking us up, Cantonitha.
Well, you have to stay on, and I think because it's important, because the knowledge that you put out is going to rule ignorance. Knowledge is what makes everybody equal. If you have the knowledge, I have the knowledge, and the people who are listening have the knowledge, then that's what I call democracy. That comes right from the Guyana de Goa, the Great Law. So the way that the states and the corporations are keeping their power is through keeping the knowledge to themselves and keeping it from the people. And when they're giving you that kind of trouble, then that means that they don't want the free flow of knowledge. Because the free flow of knowledge is the free flow of power. That's the equalizer.
Right.
And that's why it's important for you to stay on the air.
Hello, CKLN. Is there a caller here?
Yes, sir. Daniel, this is Norman. I wanted to
Hey, Norman.
just thank you for the support that you have given Saturday Morning Live and Diasporic Music and CKLN over the years.
Oh, thank you, Norman.
This is not the end. I'm not saying that we're finished. I think we should. The spirit is to fight, to continue to fight. So I'm not saying that we're through. I'm just thanking you in advance.
Okay, great. Yeah, and I think is it Victor Bain's Marshall Special this Saturday?
Black Addicts in Recovery. Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
Black Addicts in Recovery this Saturday. So
right.
But then hopefully you'll be on next Saturday.
The 12th.
The 12th.
Hopefully, yeah.
Okay, great.
As they say, if the good Lord willing and the creek don't rise, or inshallah, I'll be there. Yeah.
And of course, you've been in radio with CKLN for how many years?
I came here in 1983, and it's from there that I sort of developed, further developed my international Pan-Africanist ideas.
The Etobicoke School Board built some kind of a summer camp center up there, and they never asked us if they could build it there on our land. So I wrote to them and I said, this is our land. You never asked us for it. So it's ours, and give us the key to it.
This is what we talked about a few weeks ago when we had Cantonitha Horn of the Mohawk Nation News, and she was talking about the Etobicoke Outdoor Education Center. What do you know about it?
I know everything about it. I'm the one who put in the thing saying, okay, as per the Royal Proclamation, this is the property I want. And we gave them notice to vacate that property, Etobicoke Outdoor Education Center. They did. They vacated it, but they didn't give us the keys 2 years goes by. We still don't got the keys.
They looked into it, and they looked at it. It's a whole lot of structures, and there's even areas where you could farm.
And then I get a letter from their lawyer of the Toronto District School Board telling me that if I try to trespass on the property, that I will be charged with trespassing under the full extent of Admiralty law.
From what I understand, we are going to eventually get the key to that whole project.
And I sent back to that lawyer Royal Proclamation, a copy of it, Archives Canada copy, and the survey I had done at MNR, and I said, Royal Proclamation supersedes Admiralty law. You have no jurisdiction. Tell your client I still want the keys, and when do they want to have the pipe ceremony? Because that's what we were working on. It was going to be a peace pipe ceremony. They were going to give me the keys and turn this over properly. Then I hear from another source up here, very good, reliable source, inside source, that Jim Flaherty's trying to secure the property for himself. I said, wow, this is about 3 years ago. So I start watching on that, right? And then Jim Flaherty shows up here in Honeywood. Another couple people, yep, Jim Flaherty was at the Honeywood store. Jim Flaherty. So he's already in there. That's the way I look at it. And so the Finance Minister of Canada is ignoring a royal proclamation, the supreme law of the empire. That's like treasonous. That's bigger than Watergate or any of it. What
these colonists are finding is that we are actually coming out, putting on paper the way that they look at it. You know, that's what they know, and we give them the historical information and the jurisdictional information, the Constitution, and so on, and then we start making claims. When they send it to their lawyers, they have there's no question that we are right.
And we're back on Radio is Dead on CKUT 90.3 FM.
Express yourself.
And now we are joined by Daniel Libby. Daniel Libby has been volunteering at CKLN since 2007 on the show Word of Mouth, which airs Wednesday 7 to 8 p.m. Daniel sent us some radio clips, but we didn't have time to play them on today's broadcast. We hope to be able to play them next Monday, 2 to 3, February 7th. Hey, Daniel, are you there?
Hey, yeah, I'm there. And, you actually did play two of them. There were two interviews I did. You played Cantonese Horn and Tohoge Tote, where you edited them together. It was about the Etobicoke Education Center, Outdoor Education Center. I just been tuning in. So I'm glad you played that, just because, that's an example of what we talk about on Word of Mouth Wednesday. And I'm on the Word of Mouth Wednesday, but Word of Mouth is actually a show that's on Monday to Friday, every night with different hosts. So, but yeah, thanks for doing the show about CKLN and having me on.
I was wondering, what does it mean to, how does CKLN's news program work? How does it involve the community?
Well, we try to get all kinds of different topics on, every week and every episode, and everyone talks about different stuff. But one of the main things we've been talking about has been the G20, the Toronto G20, because that was such a major thing that happened involving activism and protesting and the government secrets that are going on. So we've been trying to interview as many people as we can that had experiences at the G20. So, that's an example. And then just, the overall coverage at CKLN, I like to define it from the logo. My favorite logo of CKLN has an 88.1 smashing through a barcode, basically, a serial code, and then underneath it says, liberate your radio. And that's what I think is the message. That's what CKLN, that's what I hope to see at CKLN, and that's what I'm, I'm hoping that this isn't it, it was a bad, it's a tough decision from the CRTC, from the regulators, but I hope there's still time. That's why I think they've, why we're still broadcasting till February 12th, and I hope we can liberate the radio. There's too many secrets going on, too many secret meetings, like the G20 was a secret meeting, the CRTC decision, they've released a decision, but we don't know how, they came to that decision. And, this is why we need to have public meetings, I think, and the CRTC decision is going to be tough if we don't have, if CKLN loses the license, because we can always broadcast on the internet, but it's totally underground, and I think what we need to do now is live in public. That's also a great movie, We Live in Public. It's a documentary that I think is, it's a metaphor. What's happening today, and what I've seen at a lot of CKLN meetings, because I've gone to a lot and I've tried to figure out what's been going on, and what I see a lot of is campus security and Toronto police get called sometimes to the meetings, and it seems too hostile, and it seems too, when I see that kind of stuff happening, it's almost like CKLN is the microcosm of all the major problems we've been talking about, with protesting, with the government, with society, and cultures, different cultures coming together. And I think we need to have an open CKLN, and there's a lot of locked doors, a lot of metal shutters, but it's time to liberate the radio. This is not it, hopefully.
You are tuned in to Radio is Dead on CKUT 90.3 FM. Today the program's name, Radio is Dead, is sadly and aptly appropriate as we dedicate our broadcast to our sister station in Toronto, CKLN 88.1 FM.
Next week we might have our last show, so stay tuned because we got some firsts planned. So hopefully this is not it, but my name's Daniel Libby, and thanks again for listening. Check out Cantonese the Horn Mohawk Nation News, and stay tuned for the Blues Dr. Julie Hill. Cure your music ills on CKLN 88.1 FM. This is not it. Hopefully, word of mouth, word is bond, word out. Knowledge is power.